Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, I have to read on the Titanic. I want to read on some of the conspiracies around the Titanic. Now, the Titanic went down, we are all told, because of an iceberg. And when we aren't satisfied with the information that we are given, we tend to then look at other reasons or whys. And for example, like, did it really hit an iceberg? Was there other things going on? And why did an iceberg take down the Titanic? Like, why did the captain not see the iceberg? And just creates a lot of questions when something mysteriously happens like that in the middle of the night. And also, I know there are survivors, but they weren't in the captain's bridge or in the mechanical room, right? So I'm going to look at 3 different conspiracies around the Titanic. The first is the conspiracy that it went down for insurance purposes, that the company needed the money, which I can't see. I mean, they would have had to pay out all those personal insurance plus the ship. I'm not sure that that would have been a smart move. Then there's the second conspiracy that it was to get rid of some of the prominent people on board who were against the Federal Reserve. That's the second conspiracy. And then the third conspiracy is mechanical. Did they rush the job? So they used cheaper materials or did rush jobs? Also, with the structural mechanical, apparently there was a fire in the front of the ship at the bottom. The coal, it was coal generated power, right? But yet apparently the rumor is that they left it burning too long and too hot, and thus weakened the hull of the ship. So when it did hit the iceberg, the metal was already weakened from the heat. So I'm going to look at all 3. I'm going to look at, was it insurance? Was it a conspiracy to stop the people who wanted to vote against the Federal Reserve? And that would have been J.P. Morgan was supposed to be on that ship, but last minute canceled and never gave a reason. So what did he know? And then, of course, we'll see the mechanical. Was the mechanical just done, rushed, or were the coals really hot? So I'll be looking for a lot of wands, because wands are fire when we get to that question. All right, so let's get started. Number 1, did the Titanic go down? Did somebody, I don't know, arrange things for insurance purposes? Did it go down for insurance purposes? Was there an insurance conspiracy for the Titanic to go down? I don't know how you would arrange that. I'm not putting that into the cards, don't worry. I'm just trying to think in logically, but I'm not putting that into the cards. I know some people say sometimes I talk too much and put the information into the cards. I'm not putting that into the cards. I'm just showing you the insurance. So did the Titanic go down for insurance purposes? Okay, I think the cards are ready. Ooh, King of Cups. Well, that would be in reverse. That's the captain. Captain of the ship is the King of Cups, and there he is in reverse. But that was his last voyage. There was also rumors that he was being pushed to make record-breaking time. But here's the captain showed up, Captain Smith. The Emperor, the burden, the 10 of Wands upright, the 9 of Pentacles. Maybe I spoke too soon. 2 of Swords. Uh-oh. was the company, this would be the company, were they burdened by this whole Titanic business and they couldn't see a way out? Because here's the captain, he was upset, but the Nine of Pentacles upright that's the insurance money being paid. So to the lone survivor, to the lone owner, there's somebody and successful with all the money. Fool in reverse, Queen of Pentacles, pregnant with possibilities, Knight of Pentacles. We do have some money here on the table, but this could also be because there was an insurance payout, correct? Three of Wands in reverse. Did they not expect that ship to come back? Did I speak too soon? This would be the women and children on board. Queen of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. Does anybody know, was the company in financial ruin? That this might have been an option. Now, how would they set that up? Well, give the captain shoddy materials, keep the coal burning too hot so the hull is weakened. There was also evidence that the great big nuts and bolts were of lesser material and not installed properly on the hull. Six of Pentacles. Look at that. There's the insurance company making the payout. Making the payout to the company, to the families that lost loved ones. And then, my Six of Pentacles, yeah, it looks like charity, but you always keep one for yourself. Just like an insurance company. Insurance companies aren't in business to lose money. They always make money, even though it looks like they're paying dividends or whatever. What's the underlying? Nine of Swords in reverse. So it was a release of stress. Queen of Swords, Hierophant in reverse, Knight of Swords, Two of Wands, the Moon. There was some kind of attack, some kind of plan. You know who these keys remind me of? There's an insurance company called USB. It has double keys on it. Wonder if they were involved. But the moon here, it's all an illusion what we think what happened. Okay, so let's get to the next one. I'm going to tell you why. I'm not going to conclude that it was for insurance because insurance would have had to been paid anyways, right? Let's see if there is. So I'm not dismissing it, but there's a strong case for insurance. Maybe it's a combination of all three, right? Okay, so now let's get to the conspiracy theory that it went down. It was a planned takedown of important people that would have voted against the Federal Reserve because although, when you look, there was no evidence that the three people, I believe it was Oppenheimer and Astor, and there was another important fellow. And like I said, JP Morgan was supposed to be on that ship. Last minute, he canceled. Why? What was he told? Why did he cancel? Remember, it's not like, I'm not going to take the ship. I'm going to catch a plane. That didn't exist back then. To get back and forth from North America to Europe, it was by ship. Were Zeppelins out then, or can't remember. And it would have been very I mean, look at all the famous people that were on there, because it was the inaugural of the Titanic, all the hype. So let's see about the conspiracy theory that it was a planned maneuver to take out important people who would vote against the Federal Reserve. Cards are ready. The world in reverse. Something was hidden, something in secret, something they didn't want the world to see. Six of Cups in reverse. Judgment in reverse. 10 of Cups upright. 4 of Swords in reverse. Somebody wanted some family members dead. Now, I don't know how that applies to this. There's definitely somebody in the family they wanted dead. But they wanted it in a way that it was quiet justice. Knight of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles again. 9 of Wands. The Moon again. 10 of Wands. Burden. Ace of Swords in reverse. And the 5 of Cups upright. Okay, I'm telling you that I don't think it was anything to do with this conspiracy. I think it was a happy coincidence. I think somebody was not happy with somebody. They were struggling with them for a while. They may have been a big burden, but now they're out of the equation here with this Ace of Swords in reverse. They've been cut out. Also, the Ace of Swords in reverse is a solid no. Now they were disappointed. They lost some family members. Yes. They were one big, what were the family members that were lost? Because we have 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups here. So somebody who was there with family, not only were they there with their own family, so their wife and their children, they were also there with, their brothers and sisters or aunties or grandparents. Magician in reverse. Knight of Swords attack again. And 2 of Cups in reverse. Ace of Cups upright. I think it was a happy coincidence. I think they couldn't believe their luck. They couldn't believe their luck that these ones that were coming over from England to vote on this Federal Reserve, vote against it. Now their vote is gone. But especially if it's extended family, and that's not necessarily the big names that they said the conspiracy is. I know it's Astor and Oppenheimer, and I can't think of the other one. Sorry. There was 3 big financial Wall Street names on that ship. And like I said, JP Morgan was supposed to be on there. So we have to look and see who had the most family on there, who's traveling with the most family. And it was just a really happy coincidence that those 3 people who would vote no, plus whoever else was on the ship with them who had an access to vote, they were gone. Something's telling me there's 4. There was 4 of them on the ship that would have voted no, and all 4 perished because there were survivors. Don't forget, there were survivors. 1,500 people lost their life, but there were survivors. No, so anyways, I'm voting no. The cards are telling me no, there was no conspiracy. I would like to see like the 7 of Swords, a few more, the Devil, for example, the Death card in reverse, and You know, even Four of Pentacles, you know, hanging on to what you think is yours. I don't see that at all. I don't see any kind of conspiracy at all. So far we have insurance, but like I said, the insurance would have been paid, no, even if it was a conspiracy, even if it was a mechanical failure. There are some really weird conspiracies out there about the Titanic. So I'm just going to warn you, if you go and look and see what other ones are out there, like it didn't happen, and it was another conspiracy to stop people from traveling back and forth, like that it wasn't really the Titanic that went down. It was a ship called the Olympian, or Lithuanian. There's a lot of that, and none of that rang true with me. And I like to think I am a little bit open-minded that way. It was just like impossible. Maybe today you could do something like that, like hide a whole plane. But back then, they just didn't have the CGI, the fake bodies, and like where would they get 1,500 bodies, lined up at a funeral home in Halifax, for example, to identify the bodies? How do you get 1,500 families to join in on it? I just think it's kind of impossible. Okay, so now let's ask about mechanical. And also with the mechanical, was it hijinks? Was it sabotage? Was it sabotage? Or just incompetence, right? It could just be incompetence as well. Incompetence or sabotage mechanically, or did they burn that coal too long? Again, I'm gonna be looking for a lot of wands, because wands will be the fire, and I'm gonna be looking for swords, because swords are the steel, and also pentacles. I'll be looking for pentacles, but pentacles would be like the bones of the ship, the structure of it. So let's see, now that I put that into the cards, was it just a mechanical failure? Was it just a mechanical failure? Cards are ready. The moon in reverse. We might be getting close to the truth. 9 of Wands in reverse. Somebody didn't do their job. Look at all that fire. 6 of Cups upright. Wow, strength. And that's the Sun, and that's the Leo, and that's fire. King of Swords. That's the metal. That would be the welders, and the steel manufacturers. The King here. This 6 of Cups. Is this? Stay with me. I'm wondering if this is somebody passing down information to say, don't screw that in so tight, or keep that fire burning hot, right? Because we're looking at conspiracies. The Star in reverse by the Moon in reverse. Ace of Pentacles. What did I tell you? My pentacles were like the bones of the ship, the structural part of it, and it's upright. Hanged Man on top of the strength. Look at the big major arcanas we're getting here. The 7 of Wands. The 6 of Wands. And the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. And the underline is Queen of Pentacles. I'm just looking at all this fire around the structure of it. And with the Hanged Man here, the Hangman and the Star. Star is in reverse, Hangman is upright. Queen of Pentacles, the Emperor, so that would be the builder, Ace of Cups. No, you know what? Knight of Swords. We all three of them, we got the Knight of Swords, the attack. 10 of Swords. Oh, look at that. I just noticed that's on the sea. Ruin on the sea. I'm thinking that the 5 of Cups here upright, this is the second time we got this. I'm thinking that I think part of it was the fire that was burning. The structure was weakened. And led to ruin. Interesting, we didn't get the King of Cups here, which would have been the, as I've said, the captain. So I don't know if the captain knew. Look at this fire around this structure. Fire, structure. I think someone who's subordinate, a 6 of Cups, gave the order to keep that fire going. And the fire was maintained here with the Hanged Man. It didn't dissipate. If the Hanged Man was in reverse, I'd say, oh, well, the fire went out. But the fire maintained. This almost, you could think of this as coal. Look how black this is and burning. And it wasn't a healthy situation. Even look at this 7 of Wands, just fighting that fire. I think it was somebody... made an executive decision who wasn't an executive, who didn't know what they were doing. So for example, maybe given orders to put 2 scoops of coal into the furnace, and they just thought, well, I'm here, I might as well do 4, so I don't have to come back and do it again in a half an hour. I think somebody with this made an error. I think it was a worker. I don't think it was specifically ordered. I think it was a combination. And it did break down the structure of the Titanic, because 10 of Swords. Remember I told you 10 is the metal, the steel. And we have 10 of Swords here. We have the King of Swords in reverse. It might have been a combination of them using, using less quality materials. If this King of Swords was upright, I'd say no. The inspection, they use top quality products, but he's in reverse. And we do have the 10 of Swords upright. Look at this. This could almost be, think of this as the ship on the water. And I think it was a combination. Now, I want to ask, was this done on purpose? Was this person paid to put too much fire in for insurance purposes? Because so far, our strongest one is insurance. It's not a conspiracy about the Federal Reserve. It was, I'm thinking it's the fire, because even this is Aries and Leo. Aries is fire symbol as well. It wasn't an order by the captain. It wouldn't, the King of Wands here would have been order of the person who's ever in charge of the furnace. So whatever rank that is, that would be the person who would be responsible to make sure that the coal is burning, except so the engine, etc., etc. He's not on here. So I don't think he made the call either. I think somebody did make a call. So let's just do one more quick reading. Was it the insurance? Was it sabotage? Was it sabotage for insurance? Was it sabotage? Was it a fire purposely burning too hot to sabotage? Was it fire burning too hot to sabotage? Was the fire burning too hot on purpose to sabotage for insurance purposes? Cards are ready. Ace of Pentacles. That would be the money for the insurance. Star. Four of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. The Sun. I think it was. Wheel of Fortune on the Star. There's the King of Wands in reverse. So it wasn't the guy who was responsible for the fire. Nine of Cups. Somebody got paid a lot of money. Eight of Wands, more fire. Four of Cups. I think they regretted it at the end because how are they getting off the ship now? Maybe they were guaranteed, oh, there'll be lifeboats. There's lots of lifeboats. You'll be fine. You'll get on a lifeboat. Definitely some kind of regret going on. Three of Cups in reverse. Page of Swords. Yeah, you know what? It wasn't in the upper echelons of the rank. Nine of Wands. Look at all the fire. Six of Cups. You know what? It was the Empress and the Seven of Wands. Indefensible, what they did. Now we have the Six of Wands again in reverse or upright. Indefensible, what they did. They did it possibly because they were married and expecting a baby, and they needed the money, because my Nine of Wands with the Empress's pregnancy. And they possibly needed the money, but they didn't get it because they didn't make it off the ship. Right? Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Sun in reverse. They didn't make it off the ship. They're in the dark. They weren't able to pass that money on to their loved ones. There definitely was some kind of agreement here. Yeah. I think there was some form of sabotage on here that I think somebody needed some money, and it's in, like, look at all the fire we have here. So that's what my cards are telling me, that somebody sabotaged it for insurance purposes. Somebody, I think, was paid to sabotage it. They thought they would get the money, and maybe it wasn't supposed to sink. Maybe it was just supposed to stall, or maybe they were trying to use up all the coal so that they'd be, you know, just adrift. But whatever it was, they didn't get off the ship. They didn't complete it for who they wanted to complete it for. They were successful in what they did, but they didn't, I don't think they got paid for it at all. But they were very successful in sinking the great Titanic. All right, well, let me know what you think of this reading. I actually really enjoyed this, to tell you the truth. I love digging through some of these conspiracies and seeing what's real and what isn't. Thank you so much for your time. I know you have other channels to watch, and the fact that you watch mine, it does not go unnoticed. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please take good care. We'll see you online. Bye for now.